Hey y'all, this is Ola. I'm just coming to you with a quick video giving you some tips on how to maintain your hair during this self-quarantine. As we all know, Governor Hogan laid the smackdown saying that, non-essential businesses cannot function. He didn't really give an end date though. I still need to look into that. He did not give an end date. However, I know for the month of April, all my appointments as of now are canceled. So I know some of you guys have been reaching out to me with questions, wanting to know what can you do with your hair during this time. So I told you guys, I got you. So this is the video where I give you some of my tips and what to do, and also, just how to maintain during this time. So first and foremost, as far as shampooing your hair, I recommend every 2 weeks shampooing and conditioning your hair, 3 shampoos, and of course condition your hair and then rinse. And once you're done with that, I recommend while your hair is still damp, because of course your retwist would have unraveled by then. Well, not retwist, but you have your new growth. So what I recommend is popping the roots. So you will go through your hair in sections and making sure that you are separating your hair, especially at the roots, because you want to maintain your parts and you don't want your hair to be matted together. And this is really good to do, especially in between retwisting, because there's less to do once you go to your loctician's chair. Because if your hair is crazy matted, I remember I had a situation like that a couple months back where someone did not retwist their hair for like 5 months. Not only did I have to pull apart at the roots, but I also had to use some scissors to section off some parts of their hair. So you don't want it to get so bad to the point that it's matted and we can't pull it apart at all. So it's best to do it while your hair is damp. It's just going through at the roots and making sure that you are popping your locks. So that's one tip I have for your hair during this time. I don't know if you noticed, but I have 2 braids over here, and that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do a braid out. So of course, before you braid your hair, you have to add product to it. So whatever you have at home, hopefully it's not beeswax or what else, gel, because those 2 things are no. We do not do gel or beeswax, because those 2 things equal buildup. So definitely have a light product. The product I recommend the most I use on my clients' hair is Oyen Handmade's Burnt Sugar Pomade. I really like it. It's light. I've been using this since I had my fro back in the day, and it's always had a good hold. Can't really see it because of the light. So bright, yeah. So you see, it's brand new too because I was low. But yes, this is a good product. I take a section of it. You take a little of it and just go through your hair at the root. Just going through each section. You would take some and go through the roots of your hair, and of course you will massage it in, making sure you got it well distributed throughout your hair and the ends as well, a little on the ends, but definitely making sure you got it distributed through your hair and through the ends of your hair. And from there you will proceed to styling. Now if you have some rubber bands, this will definitely work. Just have some little small rubber bands. So you would take a section of your hair. I know I have no edge control either, so I'm in a struggle with y'all. My edge control is at the salon. So you would take a section of your hair, and normally it depends on how defined you want. Honestly, really, the size doesn't really matter as much. As the longer you leave them in, the more defined the braid out will be. So I just take a section and separate it. And I will begin to, how many is these? These are, I'm nitpicky when it comes to how many I do, but whatever. Yeah, you would take a section of, because I don't have a lot of locks. I only have like 70 locks. So you would take it and go through your hair. You go through your hair. You take a section and braid down And don't worry if some of your locks are longer than the other, because I know my locks are crazy layered. So you would just take it, go down. I have a little trick for that too when you run out, going toward the end, because normally what I'll do is once I get to a short piece, I'll take a lock from another section and I will borrow it. Well, I would incorporate that in. So as you see, I have one piece that is tiny. So again, just taking another piece and starting it over and going down. And I'll have a long piece at the end, and that's fine. You can wrap it around. It just depends on the length of your locks. And I'll take it and fold it at the bottom. I will take a little rubber band and secure it at the end, and voila, there you have it, a braid. And so if you have a hair dryer, definitely recommend sitting under the dryer for a little bit. If you don't have a sit down dryer, you can also use a blow dryer, just going over your hair. I recommend, if you don't have one, definitely squeeze as much water out of your locks. I say that because a lot of times, letting your hair air dry can bring about mildew. So if you have that little mildew, you smell that little mildewy smell sometimes, a lot of times it's your hair. So definitely making sure that you dry your hair. Another suggestion that I have for during this time, if you don't have rubber bands, this actually can work for you. Bantu knots. So Bantu knots is another option that you can do for your locks. Normally I would take a section, twist it from the root down, and keep twisting down. Take it and wrap it around. Wrap it around, and when you get to the ends, I normally would just tuck it in. If you're worried about it coming out, take a bobby pin if you have one, and definitely use it to pin it down. So that can be another option for you, a Bantu knot. So you can either do the braid or you can do the Bantu knots. That's two options. Third option, I haven't done this one in a long time. I think my hair was definitely shorter when I was doing this, but curls can be an option. So if you don't have flexi rods at home, if you have flexi rods at home, it's good. I'm gonna show you how to do it with sponge rollers. So I did this I want to say like my first year locking my hair. I don't know when, but it was a minute ago. So you just take, you can take one or two locks. Well, two. Maybe one lock. That's be a lot. So yeah, 2 or 3. Take it. Did I lose that lock? I sure did. Take it. This ain't working. Take it. Let's do 2 to be safe. Wrap it around, and you're still being janky. And begin rolling it down, and you secure it at the ends. So that's another option, and you can let it sit overnight, and you can take it out, in the morning, or even if it's just an in-between style. If your hair is already dry, just take, a spray bottle and just dampen your hair a little bit and just curl it. So it doesn't have to be, right after, you shampoo and condition your hair if you want to style it. If you want to wait, then you can definitely wait. But yeah, these are just a few options that you can do in the meantime while we're quarantining. So is quarantining a word? I said I was gonna look that up, you know, whatever. So here are a few options that I have for you guys. So I will definitely, if you like this video, if you want to hear more tips on how to maintain your hair during this time, definitely message me. I am more than willing to help. I also do offer virtual consultations that's located, you can find the link to my Style Seat app in my profile. So if you have any questions, definitely hit me up. Clients, you guys know where to find me. Hopefully this won't last a long time because I do miss you guys a lot. I do. But I guess for me personally, it's a time to rest. I actually have been working 2 jobs, almost going on 4 years. So yeah, we were going hard for a minute. So I guess God was like, sit down somewhere. So I gotta sit down. But in the meantime, I will provide some resources for you guys, and hopefully, you know, it won't last long, but until we meet again, love you, take care, God bless.